Hey, y'all. Welcome in. A lot of y'all already in here. Y'all know I ain't as good as Janice saying hi to everybody. Hey, Grandma Karen, Janice. Hey, Aunt Patty. Hey, Tammy, Tiffany, Lazy Bunny Homestead. Get a second for everybody to jump in here. I will explain while Jen's not beside me. Wow, this cat, y'all. She and I have had a long day together, haven't we? Yes, we have. She don't like rainy days. We finally had rain, and she's been stuck in the house, even though she can go outside. She hasn't wanted to, so she's just been a pain in my butt, haven't you? Go on now. Hey, Mom. Hey, Wanda T. Hey, Deb. Hey, Rhode Island Reds Homestead. Hey, Lou. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Bonnie of Bluebell Barn. A lot of bees. I like the name. Hey, Steph. Hey, Corey. Hey, Farm to Table Mama. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Tammy. All right. First up, yes, Jen is okay. Everything's fine. Before we get into all that, because I want to make sure everybody has a chance to be in, this will be just about a 30-minute live. We won't roll the whole hour. We have basically we're just exhausted. We're really tired when it boils down to it. But you all do make us feel better. And it's just nice talking to you all. And it is nice to share with you all. Veronica, I am pretty tired. And we all are. But that's okay. It's part of the process. And everything will be just fine. Tammy, no one's sick. We're all healthy when it comes to actual, I guess, our body. But it's just more of mind tiredness. Hey, Homestead Engraving Business and Life. The piglets are great. Like I said, we have all seven. All seven are very healthy. We did get to hold one the other day. We're still warming up with Mama, but I did kind of block her. We really just more for raising spirits wanted to hold a piglet. But we did get to hold one. I am going to have to get in there though and sex them all. Of course, the first one we had was a boy. So 1 out of 7 is a male. So there's that. No, like they're probably all males, but we will see. Scott Schuler, I haven't got into it yet. We will get into details about the news here in a minute. I'm working on a DD. I was just giving everybody a chance to come in. Part of like with lives, like the numbers rolling in. Like, so some people get notifications a little bit later than others, or they have something to do. So we like to give it a few minutes in before we start actually digging deep. Because if we tell it like the first minute in, then we have like a whole new slew of people that come in and wanting to know like what's going on. So then we have to say it over. So we just like kind of wait a minute before we get into like the deep dive of the live. Yeah, bacon seeds. I can tell you one thing. I don't know if I could do a YouTube like by myself. It is so much with Jen that it is crazy. It's like you get in your mind that if you have a little bit of radio silence, the other side is always there to like jump right in. Want to see Jen is not pregnant. But to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me. That happened. All right, we do have already. Look at y'all, 600 people already in here, and 4 minutes in. So I will go ahead and get into some details, and then we'll open it up for some questions and stuff. And I do have a little bit of a story to tell that's kind of funny. Which Tammy, it's going off your status. It's not going to land as well with Jen not here, but that means y'all just get to hear my story. So okay, a lot of it was about. We knew we were going to get some news today, and we didn't know if it was going to be good or bad. We got it. It's not bad. It's just not necessarily what we wanted. And so we were supposed to close. Actually, today was our closing day originally when we started off with the FHA loan. And then we had to move to conventional. I just couldn't get the word out of my head. And then it was, we should be able to close before we have to get out of here, which is October 9th. Well, we had been in contact and like, constant the 2, 3 times a week with our finance folks and like any update. Like usually no news is good news, but this is starting to seem a little weird being this long of you on not needing something else from us because there at the beginning it was like every couple days send us a new bank statement, send us the pay stubs, it was always send something because they got to know literally anything and everything that you got going on. Well, last Friday we got told that they were, because we're in underwriting, like that process is what we're in, so we're at like the final stage, and they said that they were working on September 4th underwriting, and ours new one got sent in on September 16th. So obviously, like going into the weekend, we're like, they're just now on September 4th. Like I understand 20 days, usually once it's set in there, but that feels like really behind. And I don't know how many of you are like aware of what's going on with like the housing market, but it is booming. Houses go on the market that day, they sell by that evening, if not by lunch. So it is like going really, really fast. What that translates to is there are a lot of loans being requested and a lot of underwriting and a lot of work. So that just backs up everything. So our new projected closing date at the earliest is October 16th for us to close on our new house. The reason that's kind of an issue is because mom closes here October 9th. So that obviously is a week gap. And what's scary is that's the earliest, so that was almost more of like here you go. We'll give you a date, but we're not even like real certain that's going to be it. And as you all know, we've kind of been, we started this over 60 days ago when it comes to like searching and like when we actually made an offer on the first house. And we're not saying, we know people go through this all the time. And we also know there's a reason for everything. And we know that, maybe we might not see it now, but there's a reason that that closing date might be extending out. But it does, just it causes a lot on your mind. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Hindsight 2020, when a year from now we're gonna be like, that was just like one extra week, maybe two, if it goes further. But you're right, Diane. It's just frustrating. That's all it is. And when you have it's just frustrating, like over and over and over again, it starts to weigh on your mind a little. Even though you haven't missed the end goal, and it's why things are happening, and that it's all going to be okay. You still just have a bad day, right? And so that's ultimately why Jen's not here. It's just one of those things where it all piles on top of you like all at once. So a lot of people want to know what's going on. My work has, of course, been like as demanding as ever this past like couple weeks. So I've like been stuck on my laptop, which I'm blessed to have a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just all of it piled up into 2 weeks on top of each other. Everybody wanting to know what's going on with us. We have Jed needing to figure out what he's going to do with his house. He's looking for dates. We're wondering what dates are. Families want to know what the dates are. And then, we got work, we got animals, we got piglets, and all that stuff just kind of piles up. So we're fine and we're going to be fine. Today is just one of those days where we're allowing ourselves to not be fine. And that's okay because you can be positive and you can stay motivational all the time. But if you don't allow yourself some grace to have a day to where, what, I'm just going to stay under the covers on this rainy Monday because that's another thing. We haven't had rain in like almost 20 days now. And then, of course, just this day, it decided to pour down rain and get cold. Nothing wrong with that. It's good for us to have rain. But when then you're stuck inside on already a gloomy day in your mind and it's a gloomy day outside, it just all piles up on top of each other. So Today was just one of those days. Tomorrow is going to be a better day. I just know it. It just is. We're not going to get any new news. It isn't like anything's going to change in a night, but we're going to start moving forward. The positive, because there's always a positive. We did talk to the people that are buying this place, and we've intentionally kept that private just because. Um, they're going to let us rent it for October. So that's incredibly good news, right? We do not have to worry about because we were really yesterday is when we really started knowing like the weekend. October 9th is not going to happen. Like that's when we started noticing. So we started calling hotels, we started calling storage units, we started calling friends. On this live on can we house our animals there? Can we work? Where are we going to put our stuff in that week time frame? How are we going to get it there? And then where are we ultimately going to be for a week to live? And we were looking up like upwards of $4,000 on being able to do that. Like even staying at a hotel, like minimum hotel for a week was $1,300 or something like that. So I was like, whoo, for 1 week, that's crazy. So thankfully, they are letting us stay, and we can just rent from them. I'd rather, pay a lot less, but still pay to live here, and that gives us the whole month of October. So one thing that's really good about that, because you're always, I'm always trying to find the positive in every situation. Say we do close October 16th. Um, that gives us basically 13, 14 days to move out of here. So we went from, having a closing on say maybe the 6th or the 9th where we had to like 100% be out of here in 2 or 3 days to now we have 2 weeks because we've had that agreement. We can stay here for the month of October if we need to. And it gives us that little bit more of a real, at least for me, a relaxation. I know and see the cat of not having to just burn out of here as fast as we possibly can. Now, we still probably will because we are so ready to be in that house. It's just like minor things, it's just, I don't know, something about it in my mind. That's like one positive thing that I see from it. So ultimately, no big deal. We are ready to be in our new home. I think a lot of it's because the holidays are rolling up and like we're decorating. I don't know if y'all can see back here, but we like decorated with some of our produce of pumpkins, but like that's all of our fall decorations. And if you all been with us, like that is our utmost like joyful time. We love when it hits the holidays. Jen's birthday's in November 14th. So like Halloween, Jen's B-Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's, like it is just a winter full of just our favorite time. So we're ready to get in a permanent place to where we can start decorating, really just start focusing on that and enjoying. So I think that's part of it as well. When we were thinking September 28th, like perfect, right before October, everything's great. So the worries and all that stuff are gone. There's nothing truly to be worried about. I guess, we're still in underwriting, so anything could happen, I guess, that closing just doesn't happen. But we haven't seen any signs that that'll be the case, at least as of now. But who knows? What we do know is there's a plan. We know he already knows the plan. We know that right now we're just truly just being impatient. But it's also what's going on around us. Karen and Larry, Graham and Karen, they're going to be heading out soon. Their house sold real quick. Their closing days are set. My mom is actually working out well to where she looks like she's going to get to close on her house this Friday and get her money so she can buy her new house, but then still have till the night to get out. So like a lot of good things are happening. It's hard to stay focused on all the good. All right, sorry, I talked a lot, so I will look back and try to answer some of the questions, but that is ultimately the news that's been going on. And that's the part of buying a house I don't understand. We build so we didn't go through that. Yeah, I totally get it. There's always what if or this and that or a different way to do things, but uh, that's right, famous blue cup. But yeah, I mean, we built this house and it's feeling quite similar. The only difference with that which I don't know if it's better or worse. When it came to this house, I felt a lot of the pressure myself because a lot of it was on me to get this house ready to live, and some of our family members that was helping, but this was on us to get it done, and it was slowing down. Buying a house, it's not really on. I'm not feeling the pressure of getting it done because really we're just waiting. So I don't know. That part feels a little better. I saw someone ask about the pods. Yeah, we actually looked into them. That would be a great idea, but the pods are offered here, but not where we're moving, so they won't allow that to happen. We could get a pod here, but we couldn't get it like dropped off at our new place, so that isn't going to work. Grace, no, we haven't named the piglets, and to be honest with y'all, we probably won't. Besides one, so I think what we decided that we're going to do is we're going to keep two. We're going to sell five. Now, don't hold me to that. That might change. But we want one, which will be the pet, as a second breeder because we're going to sell Boots or get rid of Boots, whatever, because he is a half American guinea hog. And we truly want to get a full blooded Cooney boar. So we'll get rid of him. So that's why we're going to keep one. So we can have two breeders. So we can have Pieces and then one of her females that she has, whichever one's the favorite that will be the pet. That'll be the one that's named. We'll keep one male probably that we'll castrate and have it to butcher, and then we'll sell the other five. Jennifer, that's great. It's closed on Halloween. Thank you, the newbie steaders. $25 super chat. One beer. Y'all have a drink or two on me tonight. We will. We will. The cat. All right. So we right here is our window where our big window unit is. And she just jumped on top of it. And y'all, I'm scared to death because her next jump that she always does is right at me. So she's like clinging to my face. That's why. And so Harvard Homestead, $20 super chat. Thank you. A bit of an uplifting treat for the family. Love you, BFS. Thank you very much. That's too kind of you. Yes, everything's okay for anyone coming in. We've just had a long, hard day. Jen is resting because it's just been an overwhelming weekend. And Monday, we've had like 4 Mondays in a row. I told her, I said, hopefully tomorrow is actually Tuesday. And we'll get to just move on. But the biggest thing that we wanted was answers because we weren't given a date. We knew it wasn't going to be the 9th, but it was like we were kept given false hope that it could be before mom closes here. And the numbers weren't just were not adding up. And we was like, we just need someone to like truly tell us that it's not going to happen so we can start figuring out a new plan. And today we finally got that and we got a plan. And so, ultimately we feel better, even though it's not the answer we wanted. Yeah, you can always hope. And that's a good point that Jen said, that we was talking. They're saying the earliest could be the 16th. However, there's a chance that they roll through and get caught back up, right? I mean, there definitely is. Because the 16th is actually, I think it's like, it would be 30 days. So that'd be a total of 30 days. So that's already 10 days later than what they usually take to do underwriting. So you never know. You never know. So we'll just, keep praying and we'll see. Thank you, Margot. Appreciate that. Jennifer, you're exactly right. It's not supposed to be what you want. And we know that. And we understand it. Just, and there's not just, it's just when you get it over and over again, in the past 2 weeks that we have, it bottles up. And we completely understand and know that there's a plan. All right, Tim, it's okay to be sad. But we always see the positive side of things. And so we have it on our mind. We know that it's there. So tomorrow will be a better day. That's one thing about it. Sun's always going to set and the sun's always going to rise. So it's all going to work out. It's just today we're allowing our minds to drift away. One more month with the Stivers. Tammy, you have no idea. So that thing, so my plan is, because we have a big dumpster out here, like when we get like a couple days before when we're like ready to move out, I'm wheeling that thing right into there and we're going back to the bucket for, like that last day or two. because it's kind of funny. Like that's something like I feel like no one. Well, I don't even say no one because we're not the only people that are in this situation ever. Um, no one moving. I can almost guarantee is worried about how when are they going to throw away the toilet, and then what are they going to do in the interim between throwing away the toilet and when they actually like have another toilet. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the plan. We're gonna go move back to the bucket like 2 days until we can finally get our flushing toilet. Eva, I pray for you as well. I hope everything that you're going through starts working out a little bit more for you as well. And we will take care of each other, and you all do the same. All right, so it's 8:20. I said I was only going to be on 30 minutes because I think Jen and I are just going to kind of relax. Lamar Jackson, if y'all aren't, he's a Louisville Cardinal, which is my boy. I know I'm a Bengals fan, and the Ravens are supposed to be our biggest rival, but I've really enjoyed watching him play. They're playing the Super Bowl champs, Kansas City Chiefs tonight. So I don't know if Jen will want to do that or not. But see, there she is. No, Jen. Oh my gosh, where are you all? You are nuts. Oh my goodness. She minimized the whole thing. Y'all went away and then she went jumping into something. Me and that cat. Okay, the story real fast. So yeah, we have multiple of these stories about leftovers, but this is just the most recent. So one night we ordered DoorDash because we were just having a little date night, and we like doing that every once in a while, not having to cook. And so I am a larger man, and I usually always eat up my food. It's rare when I have leftovers. Well, Jen, here's the thing about Jen and Grandma Karen can help me out here because I know I've heard the stories of her as a kid. She orders a lot of food, like she orders a lot, and that's fine. But she like eats 2 bites of everything, and then if she does eat like all the way down, and see now she's gonna regret not being here because I get to tell my only my side of the story. If she does eat it down, it's so funny. Her and Grandma Karen does it too. They always leave the last bite. I don't know if any of you all are like that, but she always leaves the last bite, and it's just very interesting. So she always has leftovers. I rarely do. Um, the next morning, so it was like buffalo chicken tenders and like some onion petals. So like the blossoming onion, but like in the petal form. Um, I ate 3 onion petals, 3 of them. This woman knew. She knew I had. So, like, normally how it works when we wake up, I don't normally eat before we do chores, and then we'll like get everybody up, kind of get cleaned up, and then we finally make breakfast. But like, I was just like really hungry that morning, and it doesn't help when I open the fridge and they're like stare me in the face, and like that devil on my shoulder is like, just eat a couple, she'll never know. And then this one on the other side's like, she always knows, don't do it. This one wins almost every time, and I've got to do better. So I ate like 3 petals, and I went and did chores, and we, went on, and it was like almost daggone near lunch. And I was like, hitting them like, you gonna eat these leftovers? Because like they're still staring at me, and I really want to eat them. Um, and then I finally see her get her leftovers, and I'm actively on a meeting call, and it's on mute. I'm just listening. She opens it, and she said, "You ate them." I said, no, I didn't. No, and I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was just deny, deny, deny. Um, I was like, no, I didn't. And I'm again still on the call. She said, you did, and now you're lying. I said, okay, wait, no, I didn't. And so now I'm like thinking in my head because I'm also trying to listen to this meeting. Like, do I take deny to the grave, or do I like own up and say I ate a few? Well, I kept denying there for a minute longer, and she was sitting over here on the couch, and I was at the table on my call. She's like, "You ate them. I know you did. The best thing is for you to fuss or fess up to it because the line ain't any better." I said, "Okay, I ate a couple. All right, I'm sorry." And she said, "You have no self control, and you need to get it under control because this is ridiculous. You know they're my leftovers. You don't touch my leftovers because I don't touch yours." So we went back and forth this. We're laughing. This was not a serious argument whatsoever. We're laughing and giggling throughout this whole thing. And I'm still on my call, and I'm like unmuting, and I'm like responding to these people. and she is just death staring me from that spot right there to me right there, and I can feel it burning a hole through the side of my face. Well, refer back to Jen never eats the last bite. So there was like two and a half chicken tenders and a bunch of onion petals. Ultimately, she thought she had more in that container than she really did, because that's what really got me caught. Is she thought she had a lot more left over, because there's no way someone realizes that someone eats three freaking onion petals, right? So there was like two and a half chicken tenders and a bunch of onion petals. Well, she ate maybe that half a chicken tender, left two whole ones, and then there was still a bunch of onion petals left. So I'm thinking in my head, why are we upset about the three? You didn't eat them all. I'm talking on the call. She's smiling. And I know she's up to something. She walks from this couch up to here, behind me. I'm watching her the whole way, right to there, and shoves them leftovers in the trash. And we had just cleaned the hamster cage, which, hamster pee, poop, all that good stuff, all in there. And she made sure it just smeared all into that. I looked at her and my jaw was dropped. I had to mute the call and was like, I cannot believe you just did that. She said, that's what you get. That's your punishment. If you didn't eat any of them, you're probably going to have this whole leftovers. And she walked right back over here and sat down. And I could not keep it together. I was losing it, laughing so hard, and just in disbelief that she just did that. And that was my punishment. Oh my goodness. It was insane, funny, and then I'm just even more terrified of her than I was before. Oh my goodness. She's crazy. Don't eat Jen's food. Even if she doesn't want it. That's the thing. She kept going while she's in over. She's like, seriously, you don't eat those three onion petals? I was gonna give it to you. She said I was already planning on giving it to you. My goodness. See, Karen, I have a problem though, and I don't know what I don't know what it like. I can do it when when we make our own food, I can have leftovers, but it's something about when we order out. It's like I have a mission to eat them, and then even if I do stop and I don't eat them, it's like 2 hours later I'll catch myself in the fridge eating them. So it's good for me to not order more because it just never makes it to the next day. So I just have to not do it. She is a good crazy Grammy Karen. Oh, goodness gracious. Petty, I love it. Yeah. You got to every once in a while. Well, we got about just a couple more minutes. Any of y'all have any questions? I know it's been crazy. Oh yeah, we did move my stepdad's truck. It is now at a safe place close to our home. Excuse me. We did get footage of it. I've got to break it down and get it out. That thing was a beast to move. Gosh, it had three completely flat tires off the rim, and it's a 3/4 ton. But we finally got it. It just took about 4 hours. So I'll get that footage up. I've got to see how much it was of a video because I shot some other things with it. So that might be it. But if it's short and I can make it quick, we'll probably throw the Q&A on there. So that'll be your next video. Oh my goodness, yeah, Ash, Pine Mountain Resort. It is absolutely beautiful. Diane, we have not sexed all of them just yet, but we will be doing that this week. We do know we have one boy. You are my sunshine. We have not moved the grill yet. The truck was first, but we will get the grill soon. Really need to figure out where it's going, honestly. Are we going to plant at the new place this year? Jamie said. Hopefully. It really just depends on when we get down there. We'll probably definitely get the green stock going and get it planted. And I've debated on if I want to do some kind of overwintering because I just really love growing lettuce on winter. So I might try to throw up something for that. But yeah, if not, it'll just be preparing for spring. If we do anything for the winter, it'll be small. Adele, He's been doing a lot of hiking. So Jed's been doing a lot of hiking and backpacking. I know he's posting pictures. I don't know if he's been posting many videos though. Yeah, Tammy, their spots are just absolutely gorgeous. Living the dream home or living the dream. How much are the piglets? We have not done pricing yet, but we will soon. Yeah, how much piglets be? We'll let you know. We'll make sure everybody's aware of how much they are. Yeah, so Grace, I do have a plan. Jen and I came up with it today because Mama. So we have, we've got to use our advantage here with the pigs. So Mama and the piglets are in that or that first house. So we're gonna like block off one side to where she can't get out of it, and then if we use the premier one that's already there and like run like basically the pig boards, what everybody says, but like run some temporary fencing. They go straight to it. The biggest thing if I can get her moving, and I'm thinking in my head, if we can get some of her piglets and we can put them in there and kind of keep them in there, Mama will get motivated to go. And as long as we have the path that's tight, we might be able to get her to walk on up in there. Boots, because he's in that back pen, we were thinking to use the Premier One fencing really as like a net. Turn it off, and then we just keep walking in till we corner him, throw it in. Because once that's on him, it's like glue; it doesn't come off of you, and he's still light enough to where we can put him in there. So that's the plan. We will record it because it never goes as planned. The kiddos are hanging out in the bed. They've had a long day too. Um, I hear her talking back in there. All right. Well, I think I got all the answer, all the questions. I'm sure I missed some. I apologize. But I am going to call it a night. We are going to just hang out and relax and enjoy each other's company because tomorrow I have a very long day at work again. It's going to be a very demanding one. But know that you all are our number one favorites. And we will make sure to get the video done and taken care of and get it out to you all. And thank you all for all the prayers. It's been great. Know that we have the mind and we know that there's a plan and there's a reason, and we know everything's happening for a reason. But just understand you have to give yourself grace and have a bad day every once in a while and embrace that and let yourself not think about it at all. Tomorrow, the sun will rise, have a new mindset, and hit it strong. So we're going to be okay. Tonight's fine. Tomorrow's a new day, and we love you all, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.